Hello students, in this video we are going to see damped vibration. As we know that there are three types of vibrations: pre-vibration, forced vibration and damped vibration. In this video we are going to see damped vibration and their differential wave equation. Let us see the definition first. The amplitude of vibrating body keeps on decreasing because of the frictional resistance to the motion, and hence the vibrations die out after some time of the motion and is said to be damped by friction, is known as damped vibration. So in case of damped vibration, the amplitude of the vibrating body is decreases to 0. Let us see the example of a spring. When we apply force on the spring, then spring vibrate with a maximum amplitude at the beginning, and as the time increases, the amplitude of the vibrating body is decreases to 0. Like this. And these are the various examples of damped vibration like yo-yo, clock, guitar string, etc. Now we have to find out the differential equation of this damped vibration. The damped system is subjected to two forces. One is restoring force and second is a frictional force. So the first force is acting on the damped system is restoring force, and this restoring force is proportional to the displacement but in oppositely directed. So this restoring force is denoted by the letter Fi, and which is equal to minus Ky. This negative sign indicates that this restoring force and the displacement both are in oppositely directed. Now second force is acting, which is frictional force, and this frictional force is proportional to the velocity of the body but which is in oppositely directed, and this can be written as Ff, this is the frictional force, is equal to minus R dy by dt, where dy by dt is the velocity and R is the frictional force per unit velocity. According to Newton's second law, force is equal to mass into acceleration, and this acceleration can be written as d2y by dt square. So the total forces are acting on the body is F is equal to minus ky minus R dy by dt. By putting the value of force is equal to mass into acceleration, then we get m d2y by dt square plus R dy by dt plus ky is equal to 0. Divide the value of m on both sides, we get d2y by dt square plus R by m into dy by dt plus k by m into y is equal to 0. By putting the value of k by m is equal to omega square and the value of R by m is equal to 2b, then we get d2y by dt square plus 2b into dy by dt plus omega square into y is equal to 0. This is equation number 3, and this is the second order differential wave equation. Now the solution of this equation is y is equal to a e raised to alpha t, where a and alpha are arbitrary constant and t is a time. Now differentiate this equation 4 twice with respect to t. Then the first differentiation will be dy by dt is equal to a alpha e raised to alpha t, and second differentiation d2y by dt square is equal to a alpha square into e raised to alpha t. By putting the values of this equation 4, 5 and 6 in equation 3, we get a alpha square e raised to alpha t plus 2b a alpha into e raised to alpha t plus a omega square e raised to alpha t is equal to 0. Here a into e raised to alpha t is common, so the remaining terms are alpha square plus 2b alpha plus omega square is equal to 0. This equation indicates that either a e raised to alpha t is equal to 0 or alpha square plus 2b alpha plus omega square is equal to 0. But we know that e raised to alpha t is never 0, hence alpha square plus 2b alpha plus omega square is equal to 0. This is equation number 7. Now this equation alpha square plus 2b alpha plus omega square is a quadratic equation, and we can compare this quadratic equation to the general equation like ax square plus 2bx plus c is equal to 0. Equation number 8. By equating these equations 7 and 8, we get alpha having the value is x, a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2b and c is equal to omega square. And the solution of this quadratic equation is x is equal to minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. By putting the values of a, b and c in this equation, we get alpha is equal to minus 2b plus or minus under root 4b square minus 4 omega square divided by 2. By calculating it, we get minus 2b plus or minus 2 into under root b square minus omega square by 2. So, the alpha having the value is minus b plus or minus under root b square minus omega square. So, the general solution of damped vibration is y is equal to a1 e raised to alpha t plus a2 e raised to alpha t. So by putting the values of alpha, we get y is equal to a1 into exponential of minus b plus under root b square minus omega square into t plus a2 into exponential of minus b minus under root b square minus omega square into t, where a1 and a2 are the arbitrary constant and which is depending upon the values of b and omega. And B is equal to what? B is a damp constant or damping force or damping factor, or it is also known as a frictional force. And omega is a natural frequency of the body. And depending upon the values of B and omega, the displacement of the body is increases or decreases. So we have to observe the three cases. First case is B square is greater than omega square. Means damping force is greater as compared to natural frequency of the body. In this case, the amplitude of the vibrating body is decreases to 0 without performing any oscillations. And this is the case of overdamping. And the example of this overdamping condition is when the pendulum oscillates in a thick oil. Now second case. Second case is B square less than omega square. That is, damping force is less as compared to the natural frequency of the body. Now this is the case of underdamped condition. And in this case, large oscillations are there. Now third case. B square is equal to omega square. That means damping force is equal to the natural frequency of the body. In this case, less oscillations will be there, and this is the case of critical damping. Thank you.